What you are about to hear is not casual advice. It is a shift in how you walk, speak, think, act, a shift in how you interpret your circumstances and command your future. Let me tell you something most people never grasp until it's too late. Your life bends to your assumptions. The way you expect things to go is the way they usually go, not because of fate, but because of focus. Your dominant thoughts pull circumstances into alignment. They shape how you act, how you speak, how you persist or retreat. So what if you assumed right now that everything is working out for you, even when it's hard, even when it's silent, even when there's no proof? What if you lived like the outcome was certain, like the door was already open and all you had to do was walk through it? That's not wishful thinking. That's mental engineering. And it's how the greatest minds rose through failure, criticism, and fear. Henry Ford didn't hope things would work out. He decided they would. Thomas Edison didn't doubt after countless failed prototypes. He assumed success was inevitable and acted as if it were already his. Charles Schwab operated from faith in his vision, and Andrew Carnegie moved as if the results were already secured. That is the energy that builds legacies. So why not you? Why not now? You've spent enough time worrying and hesitating. It's time to flip the script, because the version of you that shrinks when life gets loud cannot coexist with the version that walks in certainty. You cannot serve two minds. One must die. Today, accept a new standard. Act as if everything always works out, not because it's guaranteed, but because that stance makes you unstoppable. When you assume success is inevitable, you move with courage, speak with authority, and command your life instead of negotiating with it. Repeat this daily until your subconscious accepts this certainty as law, until doubt withers in the presence of your calm. Fear cannot live where faith is present. Listen with intensity. Speak these truths aloud. This isn't hype, it's reprogramming. Let's begin with a question that can rewrite your life. What if it all works out? Not just the easy parts, the setbacks, delays, pain, silence, and detours too. What if every piece of the struggle is building the exact version of you required for the dream you've asked for? Most people live in worry. They brace for failure, talk worst-case scenarios, and unconsciously direct energy toward what they fear. There's another way. Believe before you see. Belief isn't a reaction, it's a choice, and your subconscious builds around what you feed it. Say, things never work for me, and your mind filters the world to prove you right. Say, everything is working out, and you'll move like it's happening, executing as if doors are opening and foundations are firm. Practice daily. That belief rewires your life. Calmer under pressure, patient in the waiting, powerful without immediate evidence. This isn't delusion. It's leadership of self. Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways it won't work." That wasn't mere perseverance. It was assumption. He asked, "What else can I try? Because I know it's coming." That mindset separates those who fold after 3 setbacks from those who become legends. Ford moved forward like the world was wrong and his vision was done. That's not arrogance. That's disciplined assumption. The decision to act like it's working even when you can't see it yet. The weak wait for proof. The powerful move as if the proof already exists. So what if the delay is divine? What if betrayal is protection, confusion, construction? Once you install that assumption, you stop fearing the unknown and welcome it as evidence that something bigger is forming. Your job, keep moving. Build when it's boring. Lead when no one's clapping. Act like the outcome is locked in, even if the scoreboard says you're losing, because it doesn't measure your spirit. Say it now. I live as if everything is working for me. I don't panic, I prepare. I don't beg for signs, I build in silence. I will not fold because I've already decided the ending. This is mental warfare, the choice to walk through chaos with order in your mind. Act as if everything works out, and soon it will, because what the mind accepts, the world mirrors. There is one quality that separates drifters from builders: definiteness of purpose. A clear, unshakable aim, so deep in the subconscious it can't be ignored, even in silence and failure. Not vague dreams or forgotten lists. Purpose written with fire, carried with discipline, protected with your life. Without it, your energy scatters. You mistake movement for momentum and noise for direction. Become the person with definiteness of purpose, and your path narrows. Vision sharpens. You stop waiting for the day to decide and start commanding the day to deliver what you've already chosen. Look at every figure who changed history, and you'll find purpose behind each step. Ford didn't aim to be wealthy. He decided to revolutionize transportation. Schwab knew exactly what he was building. Lincoln didn't drift into greatness. He made a decision no storm could shake. Do you know your purpose? If not, no system will save you. Write one sentence. 1. What must you build before your time here is done? Who must you become? What result must your life produce because you decided it matters most? Then read it every morning, write it every night, and rehearse it until it replaces every other thought. Everything you do bends toward that purpose, and you gain spiritual immunity against distraction. You don't envy others' paths because you're locked into your own. You don't fear failure because it's part of construction. You don't need approval because purpose gives you authority. The mind, the universe, and your actions conspire around one thing: completion of the mission. Faith is not something you wait for. It's something you build brick by brick, act by act, thought by thought, until even your doubts bow. Faith isn't emotion, it's repetition, disciplined beliefs spoken, written, and acted upon until your subconscious treats it as fact. You don't find faith, you forge it. And the mind doesn't believe what's true, it believes what's repeated. Many people believe in failure because they've rehearsed it. You cannot marinate in hesitation and expect certainty to grow. Faith, like muscle, is earned through resistance. Follow through, especially when it's hard, and you earn more of it. That's why autosuggestion is the gateway. Deliberately feeding the mind the identity you've chosen. Repeat the words until you believe yourself. Begin each day with command. Speak the script of the person you are becoming, because those grooves in your mind become the path your feet walk. Edison didn't succeed because he felt inspired. He succeeded because his faith in the outcome outlasted failure. Rockefeller trained his thinking with systems and certainty. You must do the same. Imagine yourself following through. Speak with calm conviction. Act accordingly. Your subconscious is always listening. When faith becomes unshakable, action becomes automatic. You no longer try to rise. You do. Your results multiply by design. Here's your instruction. Write your chief aim. Read it aloud morning and night. With emotion and certainty, visualize the outcome daily. Speak your identity as fact. I am focused. I am disciplined. I act with purpose. I do not flinch. Practice it long enough and the person of doubt fades. The person of faith rises. Today, there comes a moment where you must make a decision so final there's no retreat. Burning the bridge means removing exits and quiet excuses. You do not truly transform until you remove the option of staying the same. You cannot build a new life while clinging to the old one. Charles M. Schwab didn't become president of Carnegie Steel by playing it safe. He carried himself like a leader before the world saw it. Decide so fully that your past self falls silent. When you remove quitting as an option, you activate a part of your mind most people never touch. The part that must win because it has no choice. A divided mind is a defeated mind. Remove what gives the old you oxygen. Distractions, excuses, environments, and relationships that keep you small. Delete what drains your focus. Clear what reinforces old habits. Destroy the comforts you use to retreat to, because greatness doesn't live there. You will be tempted to look back. A voice will offer balance. That's the last ghost of the old identity. Don't entertain it, replace it. I act from decision, not feeling. I move because I chose this path. This hardens your will. Your actions become commands, not suggestions. Now you don't need motivation. You move because the bridge is gone and the only direction is forward. Adopt the same mindset. Eliminate plan B. Live as if this is the only shot, because time doesn't pause and the world doesn't wait. Marry the mission fully. No one rises alone. Discipline is forged in solitude, but acceleration is born in alignment. You become like the minds you consistently align with. The mastermind is a mental alliance. Aligned minds with shared intention to elevate. Seek or build it. People who speak with clarity, move with purpose, and honor silence. A single weak mind can dilute your fire, protect your energy. If you wouldn't trade places with someone's life, don't take their advice. Form your mastermind by choice. Start with one aligned mind, then another, until your circle becomes a system where failure is difficult. Meet regularly, speak with purpose, share goals, hold each other to higher standards. Replace soft language with declarations and accountability. If you can't find the circle yet, be it. Move with conviction. Those meant to walk with you will appear. Before action, momentum, or money, belief. Can you act as if it's already real while it's still invisible? That's the test. Faith is a requirement, not a luxury. You may think you need clarity, resources, or support. You don't. You need a decision backed by belief strong enough to move your feet when your voice shakes. None of the greats waited for evidence. They created it by acting in advance of it. Fear waits. Faith builds. Your subconscious responds to repetition and feeling. Repeat fear and your life becomes protection. Repeat belief and your life becomes creation. That's why you speak the vision daily and move like it's done. Action reinforces belief. Each time you show up without evidence and keep your word in private, you install a new identity. I don't need proof, I am the proof. Belief precedes performance. The world responds to certainty, voice, movement, presence, forged through daily rehearsal. Make one powerful decision today and refuse to revisit it. Fitness, decide. Business, decide. Who you're becoming, decide. When doubt whispers, don't listen. The decision is already made. Each decisive act, backed by purpose, builds your internal spine. Storms can't move a person who has already decided. There's a habit embedded in every fortune: doing more than you're paid to do. You're not paid for time, you're paid for value. And value grows when you go beyond what's expected. The average performs to the paycheck. The exceptional performs to potential. Become so consistent and valuable that reward becomes inevitable. Promotions don't come from asking. They come from becoming too indispensable to ignore. The extra mile is empty. That's why it's powerful. Detach from immediate return. If you act only when rewarded, you'll live by permission. Act from principle and you become independent of circumstances. Ask daily, where can I over-deliver? What detail can I improve? What skill can I sharpen unprompted? Do it quietly and relentlessly until excellence becomes your identity. Then opportunity chases you. Presence matters. If your energy repels trust, your power will never reach full expression. A pleasing personality isn't manipulation. It's cultivated steadiness that magnetizes others. Warmth, confidence, clarity. Speak with conviction. Carry a calm, grounded presence. Be genuinely interested. Lead with optimistic realism. The most powerful person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one others listen to when they finally speak. Consistency creates trust. You don't chase attention, you command it through character. Repeat daily, my presence is calm, powerful, and persuasive. I make others feel seen, heard, and understood. I don't argue, I influence. Repetition is the language of the subconscious, and the strongest loop wins. Replace the old loop with a stronger one. Build a ritual around these ideas. Not entertainment, installation. Close your eyes and say, I am not afraid. I act without hesitation. I am focused. I am certain. I am becoming who I was meant to be. Feel the shift. Multiply that by 90 days and it becomes your baseline. From this moment forward, walk like it's done. Step into the gym like the transformation already happened. Approach your work like the breakthrough already came. Make decisions like success is unfolding behind the scenes. Because it is, if you act like it. Faith moves. Say it out loud, spine tall, chest forward. I am not afraid. I act without hesitation. Everything is working in my favor, and I move like it. Say it again, slower. Let it settle. You don't need validation or permission. You are the green light. Move like the person who already has what they came for. Speak like your voice creates results. Wake up like momentum is waiting, because the universe responds to certainty and life bends to belief. If you ever forget, return to this. Not as a video, but as a ritual. You don't install this once, you live it, rehearse it, become it.